50 episodes of Queued Up. What the hell is going on?
Yes, sir.
The one and only Frances and Floyd join us in the building. We are so happy to have y'all.
Hey.
Jay-Z explodes at the Grammys and burns it all down. The Killer Mike goes in handcuffs. Yo, the Queued Up Podcast, baby. Let's go! Woo! Damn! Queued Up. Yo, we are back. 50 episodes. Round of applause. How did we even make it this far?
That's awesome.
How did we not get kicked out? How did RC not get us canceled yet?
Hey.
We just, but on some real stuff, we are so thankful to have you guys here. We're so excited. We have two really dope guests. One we've seen plenty of times before, and then another great one that's a woman on the up and coming. We're gonna get to you guys in a second. Oh, sorry about that. I'm so sorry. You're talking about the Grammys.
Hold on. Why'd your hand motion go? I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry.
I didn't mean to hit the elbow. I'm not used to being in this.
Yeah, but both of your hands went. I'm sorry.
Sir.
That's crazy.
Wow.
He's started off
I'm
like
gonna
that.
I'm gonna tuck him underneath.
My God,
4K,
bro.
my
I
boy.
did not mean any of that, but my name is DJ Aaron Michael. You guys are not like this. Queued Up Podcast. What a great way to start it. Shout out to my boy Calvin Productions in the building. Shout out to my boy Giddy_Visions, the best photographer. Shout out to my boy Radio Chewy in the building. The hair looking magnificent. You beautiful bastard. Shout out to my boy Artie Reeves as well too. Artie, we love you. We'll see you again next week probably. We have a really good show for you guys. 50 episodes is no joke.
50 joints.
600 over 600 followers on IG, natural. Over 160 subscribers on YouTube, natural. Over 2 million views in total between all of our reels and clips and TikToks and watches. So we could not have done any of that without you guys. So thank you guys for being big fans.
Yes.
For this new year, all we want to do is just do it bigger, give back more, do more giveaways and stuff like that as well, and donate as well. We want to do more stuff, at least here in Phoenix, and then take it all over the world. RC, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here. We got a great show lined up for you. We got some really interesting topics. We got two very interesting guests that I'm just super excited to talk to. So I'm ready to get into it, my brother.
Yeah, man. They got to know about the hot cues. They got to know about what's going on with Keith Lee. They got to know about The Rock possibly returning. And now we're gonna get into what we're really here for, the meat and the potatoes. All right, we like to have. I
like how my guy was giving us all the love, and you
Called them meat and potatoes.
railroaded us and called us meat and potatoes. It was like, hold on,
you need the meat and potatoes.
Meat
all right?
potatoes are delicious.
I'm like, you my guy, cook.
You guys are the beautiful T-bone steak. All right, at the bottom of the menu that costs $200 market price. Okay, but we also have to talk about the sides. People like macaroni and cheese. They like the spinach.
That's facts.
They like the cream corn.
Fried chicken though.
Yeah.
Church has got the best fried chicken.
No,
See?
don't do this,
You know
Gello.
what,
Don't
Gello?
do this.
We don't agree on a lot of things.
Floyd,
got the
Floyd,
best
stop.
fried chicken, bro.
Stop it.
Sorry about that, baby.
Don't
Sorry
do
about
this.
that, baby.
We do not agree on a lot of things, Gello.
Really?
Or Francis.
No, Churches does, bro. It goes Churches, Popeyes, KFC.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't.
Thank you.
I can't do this.
We grew up on churches though,
KFC
So did
is
I. My mom
KFC
put me
is
on.
bomb.
and I love the coleslaw. Like, that
KFC's
was
good.
Yeah.
But that original recipe is what set it off. Other than that, everything else on the KFC menu is trash. And why are we talking about chicken, bro? My bad. Continue.
He's on a diet, y'all. He's been thinking about chicken.
I mean, you did say that you haven't eaten dinner.
I'm thinking about chicken right now.
fried chicken.
Dang.
Oh, man. See, now I'm in a great mood now. Y'all laughed at me. Y'all laughed. And whoever said Raising Cane's? Who said
That
Raising
was
Cane's
Chewy,
in here?
wasn't it? That was
Chewy?
Yeah, he
That's
tried to
'cause
hide over
Chewy's
there.
Chewy's
Yeah.
a stoner.
Team Canes.
You weird man.
Personally, I would take Cane's over any of them other
Didn't
chicken.
you say like fried
There we go.
chicken?
Oh, y'all tripping.
I don't
Yeah.
eat fried chicken like that.
No,
but
you
we don't
said
gotta get into it.
fries.
Hey, but is there a technicality, though? Is it because of the way you eat Cane's versus how you would normally eat?
Chicken,
Say,
chicken
KFC?
strips is different than just,
Right. And you don't have
But
to
they
do
don't
that.
flavor
Get to
their
it.
shit. It's all the sauce. It's all
Right.
cane sauce.
but it's good though.
Exactly. It's that good.
Okay.
It's real good.
Anyways, so speaking about
you need.
fried
I'm
chicken
hungry.
and recipes and hunger, we have a fantastic cook and a beautiful couple, beautiful, shining example of black love. Gello, one of the original founders, which we would have not made it to 50 episodes without Gello having his input.
That's facts.
And being on it and allowing us to interview him and his wife with their beautiful new not new podcast, but you guys have been really ramping up the output and content and everything like that.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Amazon. doing a bunch of
Clap
different
that up.
deals and stuff. Y'all been killing. I can't even probably name everything you guys have been doing in such a
having
short
fun
period
with
of time. But Frances and Floyd,
Yes,
welcome.
sir.
Thanks.
Welcome.
This is my first
Yes, sir.
my first sit down at a podcasting. So
Really?
yeah, this is
I was telling him,
your
like,
first of many.
This is how the dudes get down, babe. So don't be alarmed. It's just a bunch of dudes
I
talking.
like it. I like it.
Yeah, look, we just shooting the breeze. You know, we've had women on the show now, like
No,
2, 1 if you
facts.
count them, or 3 if you count one twice.
But I don't remember watching one episode where you did this motion in reference to
Here we
my-
go. He hit
I
the
just find it very
mic.
disrespectful.
I would have done that to you if I was sitting next to you. All right, so yeah, so there's that. But no, so we are really just impressed about your guys' growth because combined, you guys have over 20,000 Instagram followers combined.
No, 70,000.
Yeah, more than that. I'm like 20.
I'm
Yeah,
at
but
like-
wifey's
Damn.
got like 48,000, and I got about 11. So she.
Oh my gosh, I really downplayed
That's
that.
awesome.
I'm so sorry.
That
Way
is
to go.
awesome.
Sarah,
And
you
rightfully
Way to
so.
go.
Rightfully so. Y'all, I mean, you both do the social media thing very, very well.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks.
For sure.
Yeah.
She's a goat though, man. Like I'd be so like impressed by what she does. Like her eye is different. So whenever we get around people, I'm always bragging about her. But she be thinking
Love
like
that.
I be gassing her.
Love
yeah.
that.
But there's a certain eye you have to have. Like RC, you know what I'm talking about. As a photographer or videographer, there's a certain kind of eye you have.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't got that eye. I ain't got that eye. I cannot shoot what she shoots, but man, when she shoots, it's on point.
Yeah, I don't like when he says
and she's
because
not professionally trained.
I get shy because when I used to take all his pictures, he'd be like, You are not good at this picture stuff
Oh,
because I'd be
damn.
like, so he'd be not centered and I just couldn't do it. But when it comes to the videos, I'm just like having fun with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just kind of just doing it. So I was just having fun and being consistent every day.
No, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Go ahead, RC.
And one thing I want to say for Sarah, I think it's one thing to be an amazing chef and a great cook, but to be able to translate that into a social media post is a whole nother like full-time job in itself.
Yeah.
To be able to shoot that and edit it to where it looks just as good as it actually looks in real life and take us through the process of the batter, this step, the next step, pulling it out the oven.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. And so to be able to not only just be a great chef alone, but also edit and shoot and everything, it's a lot. My hat comes off to you for sure.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I always
good.
say that. I actually just recently quit my gig, 15 years.
Wow.
Right?
Nice.
And I was in a really big spot, and I'm like, started to do the cooking, and we just really know the power of social media right now, right?
Right.
And I'm seeing these kids out here getting a lot of money, and I'm like, it's time to rack this up, And next thing you know, I was just in that kitchen, and it takes, people who don't really realize, it takes about 3 hours just to make one of those videos.
Really?
I bet.
Well, from you starting the cooking and then from everything to
you
come
gotta
out.
clean the
oven,
kitchen. You wake up. It's a whole routine. You gotta wake up. You gotta clean the kitchen, and then you have to prep all the food. Now the prep is the hardest part. So then you prep it, but since I'm recording it, I have to like pre-put everything out so that I'm organized. Right?
That makes
Stations.
sense.
I have 4 stations in the house that are for each clips. Like cooking station, so no one really knows the work, or you guys don't get to see the mess or the disaster, the eggs that fell on the floor, the pans that burst, the glass pans that burst because things are too, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but
See, but that's where I'm gonna call you guys Frances and Floyd. Is that
Yeah.
cool? We're just gonna keep it brand wise, Frances and Floyd. So I have an idea. So you do the cooking and everything, and you do the recording, and then have you guys heard of a content creator named Drew Walls?
no.
Drew Walls, he kind of got famous off of like TikTok because people were like lightweight, like roasting him because he's the type of guy that would like record himself like getting dressed, washing his face, going to Target, and literally bring his camera. He'll be like looking, getting like toilet paper and toothpaste, recording himself doing day-to-day stuff. And he literally did it so much that Drake even kind of copied him and even added him like, hey, like I'm doing like a Drew Walls. And he even got like a deal with SportsCenter and stuff like that as well.
Just day to day, that's dope.
Just day to day. So like you do the cooking and everything, and then we could do like a little separate video of Floyd cleaning everything up.
Hey, I
You
like
know what I'm
that.
saying?
I
Like wiping
that.
up, the counters and everything, cleaning it, disinfecting it, feeding the dog and everything. That's a
Hey,
whole
he's
that's a
coming
whole
in.
other content lane right
I
there.
ain't got no problem, man. I ain't got
Yeah.
no problem cleaning up.
That's a whole other
He's
lane.
super domesticated, this guy, though.
I do. I clean. I do laundry. I do all that.
He does his
Nice.
own laundry.
Nice.
Really?
That's a whole nother topic, but he does his
I know
own
looks can be
laundry.
deceiving, bro, but I do.
You didn't seem like the type of guy that would wash his his own socks, respectfully.
I do.
What? Come on. What is that?
Because I guess our like relationship is not about that. There's no roles. We're
not
together.
gender roles.
We help each other. If I see
nice.
it needs to get done, I'm gonna do it. If she sees it needs to get done, she does it. We don't have like that thing that says there are certain things I will not allow her to do, and I don't want to say will not allow.
Oh yeah.
No, I get what you're
It's a
saying. I
gender
understand what
role
you're saying.
thing.
Please allow me
Uh-huh.
to take the responsibility. She won't be. She ain't taking out no trash. She's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
getting
no.
oil changes.
Yep.
We're not doing any of that. But if it's
even
around
though
the house stuff,
Even though I can do it,
she'll do
you
it,
won't let me
and
do
I'll
it.
do it.
Nice.
You're like,
And by the way, she can do it better than me. It's not that she can't do it. She's my lady. I don't want her doing it.
I totally understand what you mean by that. That's beautiful.
That's you being a good man. That's you holding it down, and
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sure
a good man.
most women would appreciate for a man to do this little things. Because yes, any strong women, any woman that's capable to go get their tires rotated and go get oil change and do all that shit. But why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that if I didn't
Now,
have
see,
to.
when it comes to the car,
Yeah.
definitely don't have a desire. My car would blow up before. I do it.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
She's not lying. It's facts.
So what kind of influenced you guys to like kind of ramp up doing your content together again? Like what really brought the Frances Floyd? Because remind me if I'm wrong, you guys were kind of doing it before, and then it was just kind of like feeling the things out and kind of getting like an idea, and now you guys are just taking it to a whole other level with like your brand deals and marketing and stuff like that as well. What kind of influenced you guys to really just want to put your heads together and be like, look, we can do this. We're very entertaining.
I guess, man, with the first season, we were just trying to figure out what we wanted to do. And I guess for me, it got to a point where it wasn't really feeling like us anymore. Like it wasn't what we started out to do, because my radio job plays a major role in what I can and cannot say and do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up putting a pause on it. But my wife and I have always, like, we've been best friends since we were kids. Like, we met when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
I was,
And
I was
initially-
16 years old.
She was 16, right? I was
just give the people your age too, so they know you're not.
All right.
He hates it, you guys.
I
He hates
had
it.
just turned 18. She was
Okay.
16.
No, that's no.
But
that's-
Cass
that's-
give me heat. Said, "Oh, you was
No,
robbing
He
and
was
crazy."
scared too. He
it's
was
not
like,
Bro, I'm a teenager.
I had to
man.
like get my parents to be like,
It's
it's
okay for us to date.
because he was, and I didn't understand. I'm like, we're all going to the same school. We're all in the same. We're,
Yeah.
there's 18-year-old seniors. I was an 18-year-old senior.
Yeah.
He's like, we can't do it. I can't date you. And I'm like, yeah, you can. My parents said it's okay.
Yeah. But it's because, bro, I've been on my own since I was 14 years old, man. So I have like a very mature way of thinking of things. Ain't nobody finna catch me. I'm not going to jail, bro.
I had no idea what he was
I
talking
have no
about.
place in there.
I don't blame you, honestly.
You know what I'm saying? I have no place in there, so I want to live by the book. So anyway, fast forward, man. My wife and I have always been the best of friends, and these last few years we went through a great deal of like transformation in our relationship. It's just as parents and individuals, and I'm like, the world needs this. The world needs what you guys do. The world needs the Queued Up podcast. Like when I watch y'all podcast, it makes me feel cool watching your podcast.
Come on,
It feels like
man.
exclusivity.
Come
It really
on,
does.
man.
That's dope.
It feels exclusive. So it's like my wife and I feel like as a married couple who's been together for 20 plus years, married for 14, raised 2 kids successfully. None of them ended up with babies before 18. Like we
Amen.
That's a win.
to me that's a win, bro.
For sure.
My daughter's
babysitting
23. She
them.
get pregnant today. It's on her. But she didn't get pregnant at 18. I did. That's
Me
a win.
too.
Yeah.
Right?
Great, great
Yeah.
parenting.
Anyway. So wifey and I are like, listen, let's do it, because our friends are asking, and every
Yeah.
month we get downloads of our podcast. We haven't put out an episode in 2 years, and we get downloads to the
Wow.
podcast
Yeah.
every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So clearly there was a need for it. So wifey and I are like, let's do it. But if we're gonna do it, we're gonna be authentically ourselves.
Yep.
And if I lose some things in the process of that, of being truthful and honest, then that's just what I lose. But I want to spend the rest of my life being honest and truthful to people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's my purpose, and that's what the world deserves. So Frances Floyd is back, man, and I don't think we're gonna stop at all.
Nope.
You guys can't stop now. No, you guys are barely scratching the surface about how far your podcast and you guys' content can take you and your family and stuff like that. And it's really cool to see, because there's not, look, I'm going to sound biased as hell. There's not really too many things that are better than black love. Like a strong, just black relationship. I'm a black man.
Facts.
My grandparents have been married for eons and stuff like that as well. You know, I've seen that. My other grandparents on my other side, I've seen that before. When black love is just right and healthy, RC and his girl being so in love and
My
being in tune
fiance.
with each other, his fiance.
Yes, sir.
It's just beautiful to see. And then Floyd, I'm used to calling you Gello. Frances, it's just like you've been Frances Floyd. It's so.
We're using our middle names.
Let's just clear this up. Let's clear this up.
Let's do this.
So we each individually have our own thing going on, social media wise. I have a morning radio show that I do. I go by Gello, as that's my radio name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But our podcast together we use our middle names. It's the Frances Floyd Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Sarah.
So now
he's
we clear it
Gello,
up.
but I'm Frances. He's Floyd today.
We're trying to keep it in character for now. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I got it.
Good.
We would have called it Gello and Sarah, but because we have ties to different things,
Yeah.
it would affect how we did business. I don't want anybody to have any opportunity to take Frances and Floyd away from us.
And that just rolls off the tongue. Frances Floyd, 2 F's. It just rolls.
Right,
The
isn't it
F&F,
cool, right?
F&F
Worked out.
podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I kind of forgot my train of thought. It's just beautiful. It's just really cool to see
Thanks,
where you guys are going with this and everything, and just kind of getting the backstory about how you guys kind of started and then how to find yourselves and grow, and then now you guys can come back to it in a different place. It's really amazing because now you guys are both shining in your own lane, and that's really cool to see.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
So no problem. RC, did you have any questions?
Yeah, I had a question about the podcast specifically. Are there any challenges that come with like being your marriage dynamic, right? We know you guys are both cool as hell, but not everyone gets to see everything that goes on. So for me and Aaron and everyone on this podcast, we're all friends, and I don't think we really have any like barriers because I could say whatever to him and we could go out in the parking lot and fight and then we'll be fine after that. Like we're brothers for life. So like it's cool, but like a marriage is a different dynamic. So on the podcast with you guys, is there any specific challenges that maybe you wouldn't think would have came up as a married couple?
Yes, you guys just hit it right on the head.
Nice.
And I mean, we're just gonna be honest, right? We're in our truth era.
Well, yeah, just
I mean,
give
it's
him
just
give
as
him
far.
a portion.
So, for example, he is very about business,
Uh-huh.
and I know this just from his radio show. I've been in his studio when he's had other people, and I'm like, whoa, he doesn't play. It's a whole different world that I'm not used to, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he does his work, and it has to be a certain standard. And I'm kind of the Sagittarius spirit. I'm just so like, I just show up most of the time, right? And he's the director, the producer, the creative mindset. He was doing it all.
Mm-hmm.
And, just recently I was out of town, and we've talked about this. We're not starting this podcast up because he's done it all.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I just was like, let me put my makeup on. What am I doing? Where am I standing? And that's how it was in the beginning. And he already has so many other things. He's doing Final Cut. I didn't know how to do Final Cut. I don't know. I wasn't doing social media at the time.
Right.
So now I know how to get in there and edit, and I know how to get in there and help him. So I have my jobs now. I'll edit it, you post it.
Nice.
So I'm what I call the vacation, and I'm posting for my personal stuff, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a business now together where we have, just because you're on vacation, you still
Right.
we have to have a post up every day. We have to get,
Yeah.
I need you to put it on YouTube and all these, we have like 6 different platforms. And I'm just out there having a good time. So he got in my ass.
Dang.
And
okay.
I didn't know how to feel about it. It's just like, this is a priority. This is this and that. And for the first time, I had to look at it like, oh, this is like our job, you know?
Yeah.
And as much as I want to be like, don't be talking to me like that. I'm not, I wanted this,
Yeah.
I asked for it. So I had to put my ego aside and look at it like, we got to get shit done. If we're going to do it, we got to do it right. And,
Right.
and you can't just be playing on we got to like time it out, And so those things get hard, or, I'm at home, I'm playing around, and it's hard but I'm learning. I'm turning that. There's a purpose. This is a job. This is a thing we're doing together. It's a team, it's not just him. So
Right.
yeah, we go through those because he's really about his business, and I want him to not be so serious.
That's why I try to tell wifey all the time, like, babe, it's business. It's never personal.
Uh-huh.
If we're gonna do business together, we got to do business, and
Yeah.
there's a certain way you got to do business if you want to get business done right. But we can't cross the line, which is one of the main reasons why I didn't want to bring the podcast
Yeah,
back.
he did not want
Because
to.
this is my best friend, my ace coon boon, like everything to me, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how I am when it comes to business and just getting things done. I know how I am, and that's not easy for everybody to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm very passionate about that as well. And sometimes I'm very passionate and harsh, and she's like, do you know who you're talking to? And I have to realize I'm talking to my wife.
Yeah.
But if I was talking to like one of y'all, it'd be a totally, you know how we get into it sometimes when we have our conversations.
Yeah.
That's not how you talk to your lady, how I would talk to you about an idea on a podcast.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I get those lines crossed, but I'm only human, not recognizing it. And until she tells me I'm getting it wrong or says, hey, don't talk to me like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, babe. I didn't realize the way I was speaking to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just my mindset. I'm trying to get it done. But now I think she's understanding, like, yo, we got to do it, babe. It's business. We cannot play around with it.
He's been doing this radio stuff for like 15 years, right?
Yeah.
And so you got to realize I married him when I was 25. So like, you fight with your lady.
Right.
You're going to have your ups and downs, especially in your young 20s. I've watched him fight with me on the phone in the middle of an afternoon shift.
Wow.
And hold on. Welcome to dinner. And he would turn it on. And he could just go right into the show. And it's like, and he's smiling. And I'm like,
Professional.
you don't even care about me. You're smiling. He's like, this is my job. Like, and I learned over the years, like, hey, work don't stop. Like, in his career, like, we have deaths in our family, and they can call him and be like, "Hey, can you be at this event tomorrow?"
And you
right?
yeah.
So the job has never stopped visually for me watching this guy go through it. So now we have an argument the other day, and I'm like, "We got a podcast. We haven't put anything up for 2 days. We got to put our differences aside." And I'm like, "We got to get a video." And we made a video. We got an episode we need to do.
Wow.
We have to put our differences aside and get shit done, right? So that's a learning curve I'm going through right now, because it's like I got to put my ego away because I want this, right? How bad do you want it? Do you want it? So it's going to probably help our relationship, I think, too.
For sure.
Because now we're bringing in new types of dynamics, like on a work level, right? And I'm a boss in my world. He's never seen me be a boss in my world. So I have to sometimes be like, I was a manager for 27 people. Like, I can do the, I could boss you too. But it's a whole different world. This isn't my world. This is y'all world. Like this, so I can learn something from him. So it's kind of, I'm just like, I'm checking my ego.
Because good Lord, is she a Sagittarius, and she don't think she can learn anything from anybody.
I think I got it all figured out.
She got it figured out.
I mean, I got most of it
until she has to say, baby, it didn't happen. Like, I told you.
Man, that's crazy though. I appreciate y'all bringing that to it, because I wouldn't even think about that. Like, if it's hot in the kitchen, you still got to get in front of those mics and like turn it on and smile and make people feel good and maybe crack a joke, even though it's like you working something out behind the scenes still. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, always having to be on, like with your career, like me being a DJ, I got to be on. I could go through bullshit. I could be tired. My feet can hurt. I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to talk to people, especially if I'm not trying to like drink and like numb it out. Because if you do that too many times, you get used to it. So I'll just be in the club. Yeah, I can play that song for you. You can hear Morgan Wallen. Like,
you like really don't want to hear that
anytime, because everybody has shit that they go through. And when people come to you, when people ask for RC to take a picture, when people, say, "Oh, Chewy, can you do this for me?" and stuff like that. Like we all, when people ask Gibby for photos and stuff, when people watch your guys' podcast, and when they watch Francis cook and everything like that, and they watch the videos, that's their escapism. And for us to all have the ability, because not everybody has that. Nobody can ever really be like, hey, I help somebody get through something, and I help them have a better day.
Right.
That's a very powerful tool and a very strong thing to say that you've done for somebody. So when you're able to do that on a consistent basis and you're good at that, that means you have a blessing. That means you have an absolute gift. And you guys have a blessing as a team, and you guys have a gift as a team and as a couple and as partners. So, and we all get to,
thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not even trying to gas. I'm just being completely honest. Like, you guys are really great. So, I have one more question before we move on and everything. So what's next? Like, what's like the next big goal you guys kind of want to accomplish together, or what's like your next like dream like team you want to work with? Y'all want to go get sponsored by Microsoft or some shit? Like what are y'all trying to do?
I guess this might be a two-parter, because I may have my own wishes with this one, baby.
Like to hear. I don't really tell
I would love for us to grow this podcast in the sense of, number one, I want to help people. I want to inspire people mainly, and then I want us to have a syndicated radio show
Nice.
across the
Nice.
country.
Yeah.
I feel like
Nice. I can see it.
we can help people, man, and that's what it's about. And I think going into it with that type of mindset, that's how you'll be successful.
Yeah.
Is if you're doing it for others and not necessarily for yourself.
Yeah.
And because we have these stories, right? We have these big, extensive life stories. Me and him have these long, cool campfire storied lives. We have experienced so many different things in our life, from losing my mother at a young age, from being abandoned at 14, from having children. Oh, it was all part of our testimony, right?
It needed to happen.
It had to happen in order for us to be who we are today. But we're in a world right now that is so dark and confusing and scary at times, and a lot of people are lost, and we're just all like, a lot of us are waking up and asking a lot of questions. And I think now more than ever, we're ready to talk about all the things we've been through, because there's so many people out there who don't have the answers or don't have the steps to take the right, moves in life. So
Yeah.
The world's in a
good.
Yeah, the world could use some light. I don't know if you guys seen it. Maybe like a week ago, Elmo posted, I think like on Twitter or something like that. It said, "Hey guys, like how's everybody doing? Just Elmo here, just checking." And people were like, "Not fucking great, Elmo."
Right, going in.
Everybody was
like, poor Elmo was asking the question, but people they took that opportunity to be serious and tell the truth.
Oh yeah, no, they went bananas. Elmo's like, "Okay, like y'all need help." Chewie's like, "Shut the hell up." You know what I'm saying? I saw Chewie comment on that.
Yeah.
I'm joking, Chewie. No, but like just like the positivity is it's needed, and also hearing from two people that have been through a lot, because you guys have been through a lot, together, and also just as your own people. Just to hear that story and just to hear how you guys got to where you guys are now, and you're not even done. You guys are still on the way up.
Yeah.
That's really going to be dope, man. You guys got fans in us. I'm a fan. RC's a fan. We're all fans.
Thanks, fam.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, fam.
Yeah, no problem, man. We're glad you guys are here. We're not done yet, but go ahead and look at the camera, plug the show. How can we find you guys?
Frances and Floyd. It's pretty simple. It's Frances_Floyd.
_ on Instagram.
Yeah. We keep
Okay,
it
look,
simple.
hold on.
Just search Frances.
We just started. We just started and relaunched all the channels, so we don't.
Okay.
Just search Frances Floyd Podcast.
Yeah, it'll pop up.
And it's Frances with an E. So Frances Floyd Podcast, and it'll pop up.
Give him the.
Frances Floyd Podcast on all platforms.
Yes. All right. Are y'all gonna stick around for some hot cues, right? We can
Y'all
get some hot cues.
kicking us out or what?
No. You good.
Okay, I'm ready.
You good, right?
Yeah, I think the people want to know what y'all got.
The people want to know.
I mean, but look here, man. I ain't really had, I had
It's too late. You're already here. So if you guys are new to the channel, hot cues is basically where we're talking about different internet happenings and stuff going around the world, and sports and media, and who did some crazy shit and who got their man's face tatted on them this time. Apparently Antonio Brown's baby mama got his face tattooed on her cheek.
Honey?
That is a wild
Oh
couple.
gosh.
So, you trying to get face tattoos?
Yeah,
or what,
I am
man?
sick and tired. Are they real?
Yes.
Do we really think there's a real?
I know
Krishan really did that.
I'm questioning
real.
everything right now.
been
There's
doing it
no
for
way she did it again.
But you got to remember, babe, they can always just get it removed.
But on your face, it's gonna hurt.
So
It's
bad.
gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. But she
Yeah.
looks like somebody who likes pain.
These women are nuts.
just
Literally to go viral, y'all.
Yeah.
Just be happy you guys are you're married and you're on the verge of getting married. Because if you were single trying to find these women out here nowadays, it's ass.
Y'all
Hey,
feel
look.
so
Hey, you want to
bro.
know what tattoos for crazy girls look like back in the day?
The
They
trend.
look like
They
this.
can't see it, baby. They
Oh.
can't. Maybe they can't see it.
I was like,
I did do the name tattoo thing.
Honey, please don't
okay.
start addressing yourself on the
Okay.
podcast. Hold on, she's not normally like this.
hey, when the camera's on and when the lights is on,
Okay,
baby,
never mind.
it's a different thing. Let's get into it.
So we're gonna try
Yeah.
to keep the hot cues to what? 2 minutes each.
We're gonna try 2 minutes.
We're on a tight schedule, so we're gonna try to keep them about 2 minutes or so.
RC's way
each
of saying,
topic.
hey, yo, Gello.
No,
Nah,
come on, man. Don't be putting words.
Hey
in my
man,
mouth. That's not what I'm saying.
You know what? Look, all right, we
know what
here.
I'm saying.
All right, we're here.
I'm
okay.
just trying to. Chewy runs a tight ship. All right, we got 2 minutes for each topic. What's the first one?
All right, okay. So the first topic. So raise your hand if you know who Keith Lee is, the famous food blogger.
yeah.
Yes.
I give you guys 3 minutes.
Oh, thank you. What a nice guy. Keith Lee, famous food blogger. This man has been self-made for the last few years, literally just eating food in his car, going to different mom and pop restaurants, giving his own personal reviews on it. And his name started holding a little bit of weight, and now it holds a lot of weight. So now there's a little thing called the Keith Lee effect. If he goes to your restaurant, if you guys are on point with your customer service, if you guys treat him like you would treat anybody else or his family, and if you guys are just trying to, you know, make a way for yourself and your family with your food, and if it's good, Keith will say it's good.
Yeah.
And usually he's known for leaving behind tips and, you know, helping out with the workers and everything like that. Like,
Very
hey,
generous.
Yeah, showing love. In a certain case, I forgot what state this was in.
He was in Dallas, Texas.
So this happened in
the spot
Dallas.
was called Sweetly Seasoned.
Oh yeah.
See, there you go. So Sweetly Seasoned, he went to the restaurant. I'll try to give you guys like the little cliff notes.
It was a food truck.
Food truck, sorry. Went to the food truck. There was a
Yo, RC's the illest.
he's the
the
facts. He's the
greatest
fact
wingman
checker.
ever.
No, I need it. We need it. Wrong. He ordered the waffles, not the pancakes. All right,
good, bro.
Scrambled eggs, not over easy.
We just want to get the
Get
facts.
the story right.
Got it.
We good.
There's a young man out there cutting hair as a barber, you know, cutting hair in front of the food truck, and there's a young woman braiding hair. So when Keith went to go get the food and everything like that, he saw that and he donated. He wanted to leave $1,000 for the young man cutting hair, $1,000 for the woman that was braiding hair, and then he also wanted to leave a tip for the food truck. And also he wanted to pay was up to $800 for anybody who was there just to get free food.
Keith Lee is
the money
getting
ran out.
money.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing pretty good for himself.
My
Yeah,
God.
no, him and his family, they eating good. But there's a little bit of a controversy because the woman that owned the food truck, and stop me whenever I'm wrong, she was, I think, Keith had to pay through the POS system, so you didn't just leave cash. You didn't walk around that type of cash.
Yeah.
Knowing, Keith, you got to be smart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You'd be walking around with 5 racks in your pocket in the hood. Probably don't want to do that. So he let the money in the POS so that way it can be divided evenly after he stated what he wanted to do with that. Then he left. And there's a controversy about the woman who actually owned the food truck did not. In her words, there was a miscommunication there, but it just kind of came off as if she wanted to pocket the money and also not let the people, like, what was it, 3 customers after Keith said, RC, you want to jump in?
I was just gonna say after about from the person who brought all this to light on social media, the girl's name is Sherelle. According to her, she was the one actually running the cash register. So Keith Lee comes and he's like, all right, I'm gonna give her $1,000, you $1,000, you $2,000, and then this $800 is like $880. Is for the rest of these people in line to eat for free until this $800 is gone.
Yeah.
So then Keith Lee and his family, they take a couple pictures and then they leave. After about the 3rd customer got their food for free, the owner of the truck goes over to Sherelle, who's running the cash register, and says, all right, after this person right here gets their food, start charging everybody again. Wow. So not only did she keep the money, not only did she take she got tipped $2,000 that was rightfully hers, but then she took an additional $2,000 that was supposed to go to Sherelle, the hair braider and the cashier, and the guy cutting hair. Then she also kept the additional money that he left for people to get free food. So she basically just tried to pocket everything that Keith Lee left.
Yeah.
And it was really not a smart move on her behalf.
So I guess my question from all of this is, do we think that this will maybe hinder what Keith tries to do for other people? Like, is this like a bad representation of like, damn, like what if people want to start taking advantage of Keith? Like, if you guys were like his advisors, what would you tell him? Like, hey, keep doing what you're doing, or like maybe you got to be able to play that in different ways so that way people don't try to take away from what your message is and from what your gift is. Hypothetically speaking.
I don't know if people are going to agree with me on this, but listen, man, that's just not how you do business. So Keith Lee shows up and he's just handing out thousands of dollars in cash. The owner did what the owner should have done.
Really?
There's no doubt about it. She has no integrity. She is clearly not a good person. This is not a moral compass thing. This is hey man, this ain't typical. And you just handed me like $4,800.
Right.
This can be a lot of help right now for
her
me.
POS system.
And I don't have to share it with any of these people because they don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to just go ahead and tuck this in my pocket myself. Keith Lee, that's not how you do business, bro.
But he was very specific in his instructions and in his just let me just really quick devil's advocate. He said in his response, he said, first of all, I don't carry cash, so I wasn't able to give them the money. There were so many people that were on live, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, TikTok Live, that them saying either their phone number or giving him like their Cash App information wouldn't have been a safe way to do it so he could send it individually.
Yeah.
And he was like, And the only other way would be for me to hand somebody my personal phone for them to put their information in, and then I send it. And I wasn't handing my phone to nobody.
Yeah.
That's literally what he said. So the POS system was the only way where I can give you this money and just, I guess, hope that you're going to do the right thing with it based on what I tell you to distribute it.
I think that the power of social media is so big that because he is addressing this, just like he addressed Candy when they went to Atlanta, that made such a stink on the internet, all over the internet, that I think she's gonna be set as the example. I feel like this situation she's gonna be set as the example moving forward, and I think this is gonna make other people be like, okay, let's give the money the right way because we're gonna be all over social media, and if you want to destroy your business for bad business, she just ruined her whole entire ish. Like these TikTokers don't play, right? So I don't think he needs to change anything up. I think it'll be awakening for like, hey, go ahead and do it dirty. Do people dirty if you want to. You know what I mean? Everybody gets their karma, y'all. So.
But I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like RC. I'm playing devil's advocate, right? At the end of the day, you got to realize you're dealing with humans that don't think the same.
That's true.
So just because Keith Lee's his gesture is great and he's doing a great thing doesn't mean if I have 1,000, I want to do a great gesture, I hand it to someone else, that they are going to feel the same way. Immediately, most people get locked into their own minds, their own circumstances, what they got going on. Now, imagine if that owner, truth be told, she could be making money, the business could be working, but imagine what's happening in her personal life.
True.
We don't know how she's struggling. Her mother could be dying. They need a down payment for an oxygen machine for mom. Anything is going through this woman's head. So all of that integrity and that moral compass goes completely out the window.
No, you're right.
So Keith, keep doing what you're doing, bro, because the devil is real and that's always going to happen.
Yeah.
But just know when you give that money to someone else,
it's out of your hands.
If you
It's
don't
out of your
have
hands.
the process
Yeah.
for it,
It's hard because I think he's doing a lot of great things for a lot of, you know what I'm saying, usually black-owned businesses and a lot of mom-and-pop shops. It's just hard because people are going to try to take advantage of that. People are going to try to take advantage of his name or discredit him. So let us know in the comments below if you guys agree with what Keith is doing, at least with giving out money and stuff like that. Let us know if you guys agree with Gello. Like, hey, once that money's out your hands, bro, you can tell somebody, hey, take it to the bank. And if they go to the strip club with it, that's just what they're going to do.
you be like, yo, pay it for it. Yeah, all right, I got you.
Yeah, this go right to the church fund.
someone paid for your stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I got you.
We're going to church this nigga tonight, baby. Extra biscuits on me.
So funny.
All right, let's keep it moving. So, to the next hot cue. Big week coming up here in Phoenix.
Sir.
I mean, by the time this airs, it's going to already be in the middle of the big week.
Waste management.
Waste management open. The big game's going on. I know that's in Vegas, but still, we're going to get some residuals from that because people just want to watch the game and everything like that.
Sure.
What are y'all excited about for the week? Are y'all going to be trying to maybe Frances and Floyd, plug it up, you know what I'm saying? Do like some cookout ideas for the big game for the weekend, you know? Like, hey, this is what we grilling. Like,
oh, no, baby.
I think we got an invitation from
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah.
brother and sister-in-law.
oh, okay.
Nice.
They're
For
having
the
a little
open?
football pride, football
Yeah.
pride.
See, we don't do
Super Bowl
young G-ish, right? We
Yeah.
do old people-ish, which is
Okay.
like hang out with family members and
and
eat hot
drink
dogs.
martinis.
That sounds like a good time.
Some glizzies and wine. Okay, yeah.
Sounds like a party to me.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, can I just eat my hot dog? Glizzy goblet.
They're gonna have some good food. I'm always
Yeah.
down to go somewhere where I don't have to cook. I never really get
My
that
poor
luxury.
baby, I can't cook,
Yeah,
man,
and then
so.
no one wants to cook for me because they're like worried I'm gonna judge them. I'm like,
That's
Hey,
tough.
like,
That's tough.
Hey, bro, I'm a Burger King line cook, bro. She's like Chef Gordon Ramsay.
That's
Why would I cook
Line
for
cook.
her? Tell me why.
Hey,
I understand the
People
principle.
all
people
the
still
time.
eat at Burger
Yeah,
King,
you got
though.
No, I understand the principle, but
That's
when
a good
it's
one.
cooking time, I work at Burger King.
That's a good one.
I only know how to use the microwave properly. I can boil some rice, maybe.
I can boil
If I look
some
at a
rice.
tutorial on YouTube.
maybe it's
She
heavy
teaches
on
me
the
how to
maybe.
cook, but she can go, bro. Grab any food item. I
That's
don't care
fire.
what it is. She will take it and make it the most amazing meal you've ever had. It's like 5-star. Bro, give her some tomato sauce and 3 pieces
play
of
games.
oatmeal.
We play games
like
to see
oatmeal
like
kernels.
chopped.
Hey, yo, I was gonna
play
say y'all
that.
should do like a
Like
chop,
chop.
like just Gello, just get like a
Oh.
random basket, but a bunch of different ingredients.
She's
You open
good,
it,
man.
like beef tongue, cream of wheat.
See, that's not fair because she got a secret power. Like that black mom.
Thank you.
You can go
Yeah.
in the kitchen and
That's
whip it up
anything.
from just
We grew
whatever.
up
So that's a
eating
little
minimum, yeah.
secret power you got.
Yeah, but
That's
I
a
ain't doing
leg
that.
up on us. Yeah,
I
we
always
can't-
look, and because once you learn how to like make tortillas and bread and stuff like that,
You making me hungry.
donuts, you don't ever have to. You always have flour in
She
the
make it from
pantry.
scratch, too,
Always.
You
So
making donuts from scratch?
Scratch,
it's so easy. The
That
crazy
is- that
part
is crazy, though.
if
That's
y'all
kinda
just
crazy.
read a recipe, like I'd say, anybody can cook. I know people are gonna disagree with me with that, but practice makes perfect.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you
Rolling.
can learn. You got to start. Like I started my son at a really young age. Like we compete now. Like he wants to
nice.
outdo the master, right? But and if he's watching, he's gonna watch and get his head big. But he's kicking my ass. He can kick my ass with certain things. You know what I
Really?
mean? Like he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
got to be patient. He burns. He has the flames high. But other than that, like he's whipping all these different sauces. But
yeah.
man, you learn how to, when you just get a recipe, practice it. You're gonna mess up some stuff, but keep on doing it over and over. Next thing you know, you just made some sourdough bread with jalapenos and you're like so
Nice.
shocked.
Yeah.
You do it more and you do it more, and that's all I did. I've watched YouTube videos. I mean, my dad taught me, but my first role was you're peeling the potatoes.
Okay.
You're chopping this. You're mashing the beans. You do all the grunt work. That's the real deal. Now, learning how to flavor things, that just comes with playing with it.
Okay.
You know what
That's
I
some
mean?
good advice.
So I have a quick question now. Quick question. So who's a better cook? Your son or your husband?
Man, answer that question right now,
my
baby.
son, for sure.
Wow.
Okay.
He
by the
said,
way,
he's the Burger King.
Baby, say it with your chest. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I thought he was me or my son. Definitely my son.
Bro.
Pride is a
He
thing. you know
makes
what
a
I'm
bomb
saying?
ramen
Nah,
noodles.
yeah, yeah,
He
cook
could
me.
Let me tell you
make some
something.
ramen
Can't go out
noodles.
cook me.
I know my strengths and my weaknesses, dog. This kid knows how to like put flavors together like his mom.
Yeah.
Nice.
The thing is he's too impatient, so he
Yeah.
burns it. He cooks it too much. Once he masters how to cook the food, because cooking is cooking your food is a balanced process, right? There's a certain way: high, low, medium, heat, all of
Yeah,
that.
you got to be patient.
Yeah, wifey's teaching me like how to be patient and cook slowly, things like that. Once he masters that, he might beat the master, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
And
he's
on
might
his
be
journey.
mom.
He's on
He's
his journey
good.
to
Okay.
CIA, the Culinary Institute of America. So he started
Nice.
at
See?
Yeah.
SCC,
Heck yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
going for his master's.
See,
Let's
he
go.
gonna get a
Like,
he gonna,
I don't want to just be in the culinary school. I'm gonna get my master's.
la cordon bleu. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that beautiful? That's got to be a beautiful
amazing.
thing
It
feels
is.
good,
for your
man.
kids to
Feels
stand
good.
on your shoulders and
Yeah.
raise the ceiling of what you've done.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
Damn, RC, that's real,
Yeah.
bro. My wifey said that the other day. She was like,
That's my success.
if we didn't get anything right,
Yep.
Wow.
we got that right.
Yeah.
And
That's
I was
fire.
like, boom, that was it. That's all I needed.
That's
It is.
great.
See, your son about to be getting a whole lot of booty from cooking. Like,
Hey,
oh
yo.
my God, that's bolognese. Oh my God.
You
gotta-
bolognese?
Where are his parents?
Yeah, why would you say that?
Hey,
about
And
booty.
look, if my
mother.
son was
Come
if,
on.
if you know how to cook, I'm like, hey, you're on your way.
This is his mother.
You're on your
bro.
way. Hey, respectfully.
His mother.
Respectfully.
He's gonna get you now.
Hey, good cooks,
And rightfully
good
so, 'cause
food
what
will
the
bring in a
hell,
good
Aaron?
woman
he
or a good partner.
I say it all the time. I say, man, you're gonna make a great husband, and I.
But
just,
we're not talking about getting no booty, though.
Right.
We're not doing that.
Before
She
you-
just talked
before
about
you
how
get the
ambitious
ring.
he
Right.
was, and we just talked about him standing on her
skills
figurative
to
shoulders
get
to
booty.
raise.
Hey,
the-
I'm saying, I'm
Take the family legacy
I'm team
further.
positivity.
I'm gonna tell your mama, bro. That's
And you
what I'm
talking
gonna
about
She
booty.
watching. Hey, mom. If I
about
knew how to
fam-
cook, I probably would have been married by now. And I'm burning the bacon in the microwave. That's why I'm single.
In the microwave.
Bro.
I know.
do. You can learn how to do it. I'm getting better too.
Hey, I know how to make a mean steak, though. I've been kind of with. I got some pictures. All right, I know how to make steak.
I believe it, bro.
Yeah, see, I got
You-
you.
The
see.
key,
Yeah.
the key to a good steak, I'm gonna give y'all
Frances
all
and
one
Aaron.
tip.
Stop
All
talking.
right.
All
She's
you
giving
gotta
us
do
tips.
is let that steak rest. For as
Okay.
long as you cooked it, let it rest. That's the magic.
I've seen that.
For
I
as
see.
long
I
as
put
you-
it. I
okay.
put it there. Let it
Let
like
it do its
15.
thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
15
you go.
minutes. So because if you cut it too
Really?
early, it's gonna bleed
Yeah.
out. I watch
Yeah.
it, baby.
And it
I'm on Food
25
Network.
minutes. I love
I
that.
watch that.
Yes.
Triple
yes.
G. All right. Guy, holla at me. I know you be in town.
He
be hanging
do.
out with Ryan from Guest List.
He do, Ryan.
All right.
Guy Fieri's always here.
Shout out to Ryan. All right, next hot cue. We're doing great. So LeBron James, the trade deadline is going to be a little bit later this week. Are you a big basketball fan? Nah, you know LeBron.
I like to watch like during the big playoffs or like the big events. Like I'm all for Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't watch football and could care less. I'm sorry to my brother because that's so disrespectful. But I could care less.
Okay, cool.
About sports.
Got you.
You already knew you were gonna get that answer.
Hey, no, I didn't want to ever assume. So some people she might have been like, yeah, LeBron's the bun.
Too much stress.
Yeah, no.
She watches me scream at the TV
Yeah, I
sometimes. So.
It's a lot. Well, there's been rumors and rumblings that LeBron James might want to be traded. They played against the New York Knicks the other day, and after the game, he was wearing like one of the New York Knicks towel on Twitter or like on Instagram. He put like a hourglass emoji as like a post. He likes doing this cryptic shit like if he's like 19. I love LeBron, but come on, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Come on, RC. What do you think, bro? You think Bron's gonna be out of LA soon?
No, I'm not buying it. He'll retire in LA.
I don't know about that. I think if Bronny, whatever team Bronny goes to, he's gonna try to do that. He's gonna try to go play with his son.
Yeah.
Yep.
Floyd, what do you think? You think Bron's out?
That's exactly what it is. So Bron is going to take a year off. He's going to retire.
Oh, to gauge where Bronny goes.
He's going to take a year off.
I can see that. That's
like
a good
basically red-shirted. I mean, he's still in amazing shape, still busting up for 35, 40 points at some points in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take a year off. He's going to red-shirted. Figure out what's going to happen with Bronny, if Bronny can even make it to the pros, because he's not looking all that great.
Yeah.
He's still got a lot of time.
He's got some time to grow, and LeBron knows that. So he's like, I got to put this man through training. Like he needs time, and I need to focus on him.
Yeah.
Bryce is going to do it.
Yeah, Bryce gonna get there.
Bryce is the one.
Yeah.
Bryce the one.
But he's like, I need to focus on Bronny because Bronny's struggling a little bit, and whoever signs Bronny, because that's the deal. Whoever signs my son, I will play for your team. And it might be the New York Knickerbockers, bro. Who knows?
I don't know. It'd be crazy to see LeBron in like Utah, like LeBron
Think
in
about
like
this.
Charlotte.
L.A., New York. It makes sense. Major the biggest
market.
city.
But those teams are good now. The Knicks are actually good, so they probably
Facts.
wouldn't be able to get Bronny unless he falls to the second round, which he should. Bronny's not ready for the league. Let's just keep it a buck. He needs
he's
maybe
not.
2-3 more years.
It's going to take a minute.
Yeah. Chewy, real quick, what do you think? You think Bron's staying or going?
Honestly, I think I'm gonna lean more towards Gello's theory. I think he's going, but we'll see. I've seen crazier shit in the NBA.
Facts.
Very true.
LeBron be moving with the win, man. Give me what do you think. You staying or going?
I think there's a possibility he could go to New York only because the market there is so huge.
Yeah.
He would just shoot it through the roof if they start printing out LeBron James jerseys.
Oh, LeBron at Madison Square Garden. Spike Lee would have a heart attack. That shit.
Bro.
He already plays for the most notable team in the NBA.
But the Lakers already have a champion. Like, there's already the Kobe's and
I
Magics and
understand.
Shaqs and everybody. In New York, there's not really any winners besides who? Freaking Clyde Frazier. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Did
solid
Patrick
point.
Ewing?
Can you
when they
believe
were-
that?
no, Ewing and them never won.
Wow,
Latrell
there's nothing-
Sprewell
Oh, shit, yeah,
never
they
won.
didn't.
Melo never won.
Bro, that's a great
Then
theory.
why would you want to go there?
Because
So you could be so you can
No,
win.
no.
You win in New York, you're a
Yeah.
god.
RC, hear me out.
They're the Knicks are like the most valuable NBA franchise. Believe it or not.
Yo,
Are they?
the
Yeah.
reason, I
Can
mean,
we
think
look that
about
up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can we look that up?
it. I think it is. No, I think it's either the Lakers or
It's the
I think the Lakers are second,
It's,
but
it's
I'm
the
pretty sure
Cowboys,
Wow.
Lakers,
No, Cowboys,
Yankees.
Knicks.
You're sure?
I
Bro,
think Knicks are the most.
the reason why I think that's a great theory is because think about LeBron James and all of the cryptic things that he does on social media. LeBron James, I hate to say it because I love LB, is an attention whore. He absolutely is. He
Oh, okay, they're
wants
second.
attention.
My bad.
You can't stand
To
next
who?
to Magic, Kareem, Shaq,
Warriors.
Kobe. You got all of these A-listers that played on this same team. He'll never be remembered
Yeah.
the way he wants to be remembered if he retires as a Laker.
Yeah, the
That's
Lakers
true.
didn't even
That's
really
true.
want him. The Knicks would literally. He
Yeah.
would never have to pay for a meal or anything ever in New York ever.
In
But
New
he would
York, if
never
he
win
get him a
another
championship,
either.
If
oh,
you
he's
can
the
hear-
man. If he take it at
If
New
he
York and
did.
get a chance, he's the man.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
have a statue.
He'll be the
for sure.
greatest New York Knick of all time. Because
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
My J.R. Smith is my guy. Real quick, we're gonna list the most valuable NBA franchises.
I got it right
You got him or I got him? I got him.
Okay.
Tell me if I'm wrong. The Warriors number 1, Knicks number 2, 6.6 billion. Lakers number 3,
Yep.
Celtics number 4,
Yep.
Clippers number 5, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
Bulls
That
number
is.
6, and then Mavs number 7.
Chewy, you were right.
The
I was
Bulls are
wrong.
only number 6
You was
because
right, my
of
brother.
the color of the team. They're like the team colors.
Well, Chicago's a big market, and that's Michael.
Jordan.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Yeah.
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah, so we'll see. Let us know in the comments if you think LeBron's gonna get traded. Last hot cue. So talking about throwbacks and goats and stuff like that. So The Rock made an appearance at the Royal Rumble when he faced off against Roman Reigns, who's been the champion for like 4 years now. I'm a wrestling nerd. I still kind of watch this.
Me too,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, it's one of the boys in my house.
Yeah.
Guilty as charged.
You know what I'm saying? America! You know, I love that shit. Fuck yeah. We can cuss, bro. We can say that. It just says no N-word. It doesn't say no F-word or anything. No, you're
I
good.
didn't want to say it. And wifey kept saying ass. I'm like,
I
man,
know. I
please,
mean,
stop.
that's
No,
it.
y'all good. Y'all
Shit
good.
ass,
We're
you
good.
know?
Yes.
Shit. I'm
Yes.
sorry, Mom. You know I cuss, Mom. All right, you already know this. I'm sorry. Is The Rock coming back to wrestling? Is that like a big deal, or should it be like, yo, you had your moment, let the new guy shine, give it a break? What do y'all think? If he does come back to WrestleMania, RC.
Floyd.
Why you pass the buck?
Yeah,
Because it.
No, RC. No, hey.
What?
I don't watch wrestling, dog.
Okay, but you know who The Rock
I kind of
is.
knew that with the way
Understood
RC
that.
looked
Yeah,
at
that's
me. it
why
was
I wanted
like,
to
hey,
give
don't
it to
want
somebody that can
Like,
speak
man, I don't care.
passionately.
But as a, you see, you're the perfect person though. You're a casual at best.
I think. All right. I like Dwayne Johnson, but I think a 60-year-old man getting back out there is like cool.
Yo, The Rock is 60?
How old is he?
I don't know. Let me
He
see.
ain't
He's gotta
60,
be
bro.
like-
He got to be
He
close.
50.
He's got to
55?
be like.
If you 55,
Should we
he's
have-
He's like 50.
He's in his late 40s.
Say your number. Say your number.
late
How old do you think?
40s.
I'm going to say 48.
Jello.
What do you think?
No, no, no.
51.
I'm going to say
50,
48.
48,
No.
51. What do you think?
56.
51.
55.
He's 51.
Damn.
Okay, right on the spot. Okay, so you're right. I said 60. I gave him too
Yeah,
much.
60.
Yeah.
Damn.
51.
He ain't never gonna be on the show.
He's in the best shape that I've ever seen a 51-year-old
Facts.
ever. But again, that kind of missed me. So I was gonna give it to Floyd, who could speak passionately
So if
about
he
Roman
came back for
Reigns
one
and
more match,
whoever.
you wouldn't watch it. WrestleMania.
I didn't know
It's
he
on
was coming
Peacock.
back until you just told me.
Okay. Floyd.
Bro, name a bigger talent than The Rock.
Period.
You can't.
I mean, it would be
I
Stone
agree.
Cold, but he already kind of came back. But
But even Stone Cold knows who's the biggest star
He
of
still comes
WWE
back.
in history, bro.
The Rock is
Anytime he
that
comes
guy.
back
As
is
soon
a
as
great
that
thing.
song comes on, like
It's just good for business.
if you smell with The Rock,
Can we agree though?
It's
that the
good for
match,
business.
Fire.
Can we agree though that the match doesn't need the title?
Right.
It doesn't
That's
need the
thing.
title.
But, bro, they know, like, the WWE knows when they're putting him in a top match, they know they're going to piss people off. They know it. They want you to get mad because they know the madder you get, the more you're going to watch
Yeah.
because you want to see The Rock lose. You want to
Yep.
see whoever pinned him and beat him. They do it on purpose. They know you're going to be pissed off.
Yep.
They're going to put him in the most. He's going to come back Royal Rumble, or he'll come back in a Money in the Bank match and go and get the main title, like a main title shot immediately.
That's
on, like,
just
Raw.
what happened. But it's not going to be a title shot, but he's basically in line to fight. Like the main guy who was supposed to fight Roman Reigns, his name is Cody Rhodes, son of Dusty Rhodes,
Yeah.
who was a famous
American
wrestler.
Dream.
American Dream, baby. Cody literally was like facing off against Roman and said, "You know what? I'm gonna finish my moment. I'm gonna finish my story, but not at WrestleMania." And then he said, "This guy's actually gonna finish it." And then The Rock came out, and then him and Roman were just facing and staring off at each other and stuff like that. So that's why people are pissed. Like, Cody, you can't give up your moment. Why would you do that? Like,
Because I'm giving it up to The Rock, bro.
yeah, like, yeah.
that's
And
big
The
money.
Rock just basically made it easier for me to do my job. I have to work that much less
Yep.
on a popular night.
Yep.
I don't have to work that hard at WrestleMania. I don't have to work that hard at the Royal Rumble. The Rock is here. I could take a night off. Every superstar in the back is like, dope ratings. We ain't got to do nothing.
Facts.
And they're bringing all of the Rock fans who aren't wrestle fans.
Yeah.
New
That's
fans.
all the new
That's
fans.
facts, babe.
You know what I'm saying?
And unfortunately, just one last thing: wrestling. There's never been a bigger guy than Stone Cold. There's never been a bigger guy than The Rock. All these new guys, like Roman Reigns, has been good, but you still like that Attitude Era with all those guys. Like when it was Kurt Angle and The Undertaker, you get to see him every damn week. Like you can never top that. Wrestling used to be stacked back then, and now we got God knows who. You know what I'm saying? A lot of talent, but ain't nobody with like that charisma.
That star power.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Rock was different, bro. Once in a generation type
Yep.
of charisma
Yep.
and like
Yeah, no.
presence on screen.
Talking about monkey piss and like flipping people off. Yeah, he was on.
He was good. Hey, bro, there was never a time when The Rock. Can you remember a time when The Rock was not A+ on the mic? Can you remember one episode
That actor
on SmackDown where he was just had an off night? I can't remember.
No, I went on the whole binge.
I don't even think that night exists.
There was that weird Super Bowl where he did the intro when the Rams were in the Super Bowl, and it was like the first time anybody's ever done an intro to the Super Bowl like that. But that wasn't. He wasn't off. It was just.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that when the Rams were in the
that.
Super Bowl and he came with the eyebrow and he was like,
one night, one chance.
What did he say? Yeah. But that's wrestling stuff. So I guess if you like wrestling, then that's. But I was like, what is this? Is that The Rock on the field? And he was just out there with a mic looking hella buff and was just like, it's time for the Super Bowl. And I was like, oh.
How much would they have to pay you for you to wrestle The Rock?
Ooh, I'm running. I don't know. What you mean? Like get in the ring with him?
In a ring, 5 minutes. How much?
I need a couple mil, dog. I don't know.
If you can survive without getting pinned in 5 minutes, they will pay you $50,000.
He gonna be like, I heard you called me 60 years old.
I'm 50.
Get your ass on a sharpshooter, bro.
sorry.
Put all that pressure on your lower back. So that's hot cues right there. Woo. Comment below so you can see RC wrestle The Rock at WrestleMania. Him and the Calvary. So our last topic we're going to be kind of touching on is a big one. So the Grammys just happened the other day. Raise your hand if you saw the Grammys, if you watched the Grammys.
Sure did.
Halfway.
Let me see. I think Taylor Swift won Album of the Year again, and she announced another album.
Yeah.
That woman just won't stop. She just got bars. She really wants to be the ruler of Earth and just take over.
And did
She's on
she
her
make
way.
some history or something? Is it the first person to get
4
or something like that?
4 Album of the Years, the only person to have
That's
Album of the Year 4
crazy.
times.
Who's more impactful?
Crazy.
Oh, hell.
Let's do it.
Ready?
Who's more impactful?
Break the glass, Chewy.
Beyonce or Taylor Swift?
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Who's had a bigger impact on music, culture, women?
You know what the Beehive one?
Oh, a bigger impact. Okay, hang on. I just want to make sure I know what you're asking.
Yeah, I'm talking on every level. Who had the bigger impact?
No, it's not even
Because
close.
I'm gonna say
Beyonce.
I'm going to say
Right
I'm gonna
now,
say
Taylor
Beyonce,
Swift is more relevant today, but Beyonce had a much bigger impact
Fact.
on music
Yeah,
and women
absolutely.
and everything else.
Taylor seems like a really down-to-earth type person. She seems like she just wants to make music and be as regular as she can be. So I have respect for her. When it comes down to the impact, especially for young black women and just young women in general, and like all the things Beyonce's done for women. I'm not a woman, so I can't speak on it too much, but just from the outside looking in, she's done a lot. And we've known her ever since she was a teenager growing up with
Fact.
Destiny's
Yeah,
Child and stuff like that.
absolutely.
And then making it to where she is now, an entrepreneur, probably the most powerful woman, if not maybe tied with Taylor Swift in the industry. Man,
Yeah.
powerful person, not even just woman, like powerful person.
Yeah.
Like it's just really crazy to see that. So those are like two titans in the ring right there. That's Holyfield and Ali, right? I mean Holyfield and Tyson right there. So
To that point, I will say Taylor Swift is probably the most relatable billionaire that there is in America.
Facts.
I think not a lot of people can relate to a strong black woman. That's just a little intimidating for a lot of people. Billionaire men, we know typically what that archetype is. Taylor Swift, you have this young, I hate to say it, but young white woman who's very relatable. I would say she's the most relatable billionaire that you could probably put
Yeah.
in front of somebody.
I would say it from my perspective as coming from two spectrums of the world.
yeah.
Okay. I grew up listening to Beyonce and Taylor Swift because of my upbringing. You're going to get Jason Aldean and you're going to get you're going to get Jay-Z. It just depends what mood I'm in, right?
Yeah.
From when the outside looking in, we have two lives. Like you said, we have our culture and our upbringing as black women, black men in this world, and the things we watch our mothers and our parents go through. And you also have the other side, the suburbs of the kids who grew up with a whole family full of dad, mom, the dog, the picket fences, and everyone's living a fairy tale life. And we get to raise our children to want to be someone and be young and never grow up. And everybody's doing all this beautiful flowers and daisies and going off to colleges and being part of sororities, and they're Swifties,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the things she sings are very conservative and very relatable to children who are not exposed to trauma like we are. We're not watching men they're not watching their dads cheat, and they're not watching substance abuse. I mean, they and different I might say, but they're not it's not as what we grew up systematically seeing. And Beyonce has helped me through so many. I mean, I don't know how many albums I think are my relationship. You know, from breakups to makeups, and we're just exposed to different things at different ages, and I think that's why it's divided, and we're arguing on who's the better, but we all grew up two completely different lives.
That's very, very
like
good
Taylor
point.
Swift's not fighting in an elevator with her boyfriend and her sister beating her up. Now we can relate.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's gonna feel different. So it's gonna be hard for people. We're gonna argue. We're gonna have we're gonna have half of me on either side arguing on who's the greatest.
Taylor does seem like she might be a little bit harder to relate to because she's just more like love and you know what I'm saying. You know, I just turned 22. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. So that was a big part of the Grammys, and then of course Jay-Z came to his wife's side and was saying, because Beyonce is now officially the most nominated, or she won the most Grammys.
She's won the most Grammys.
She's won the most Grammys ever, but she's never won
an
album
last night. I believe
that don't
it was
make
52.
No sense.
Yeah, she won the most.
Wow.
The reason why I say real quick too about Beyonce is how I think she has a bigger impact is because Beyonce can move in different worlds, in different arenas. Taylor Swift is where Taylor Swift is.
Yeah.
She might be able to transition into cinema sometimes, maybe shoot a movie, maybe do a little TV appearance cameo. But Beyonce can do it all. She can be in a lot of different arenas and operate and be successful in those arenas. I don't think Taylor can pull that off.
But Taylor, literally, though, people are afraid of her impact so much. Number one, what she did to the NFL and the ratings boost, insane.
Incredible.
Let's just say, we're not going to get political at all, but let's just say if Taylor was like, hey, you know, I think Biden's cool. Boom.
It's over.
Oh,
it's a wrap. Or I think Trump is cool. Boom, it's a wrap. Whoever.
She can't, though, because of that line.
Yeah.
People want her to. People wanted to pick a side, but I think she's smart enough to maybe stay away from that BS. So just get away. So she won Album of the Year. There was a lot of great performances. Jay-Z stuck up for he held his ground for his wife, and you know was real about the Grammys, and people call it fraudulent, which the Grammys kind of are fake as fuck.
Will Smith could have learned a thing or two from Jay-Z.
Macklemore won. Macklemore won Album of the Year before. That's a fucking just shut it down after that.
Yeah, that's
Will, handle yourself like Jay-Z, bro. Don't slap people. School them with your mind, man.
Well, don't slap people over Jada. If Jay-Z slaps somebody over Beyonce, I get it. We all get that. But you slapping somebody over Jada.
Before we knew Jada was
Jada, Tupac, Smith.
We all loved Jada.
I did.
For
love
real.
Jada
I still love Jada.
You know what I'm saying?
I love Jada.
We all had a thing for Jada
book.
Pinkett
Keep
Smith.
out the book. I haven't read it yet.
Red Table Shakur over there, head ass. Killer Mike actually won a good amount of awards as well. He won Album of the Year for rap. Correct? And he also won Song and Performance of the Year with Scientists and Engineers. Best damn song that's coming out in a long time on Andre 3000 in the future. My God, that song is beautiful. And then Killer Mike was taken away from the Grammys and handcuffs. How if you had to give his night a rating and what his night was, what would you rate it? 10 being the best, 1 being what the fuck?
That's a 10. That's a solid night.
Yeah,
That's a 10.
He got Grammys and
I got arrested.
And I'm getting pressed
I'm a black man a black man in America. I mean, if it's not perfect, a black man in America.
It was apparently it was just a misunderstanding. I don't really know what he got arrested for specifically, but what I do know is this was super beneficial to Mike
for sure.
Because the Grammys, the fact you get arrested. Do you know that this story was on every single news outlet on the planet, CNN? Everybody talked about. So if you didn't know who Killer Mike was, say you live in the back streets of Honky Tonk, Tennessee, wherever you are.
They don't make a killer or winner at the Grammys, darling. What the hell is going on?
But now you going to listen to Killer Mike's music and be like, oh, shit, this is good, baby.
This man killed somebody and won a Grammy. What the hell?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a fan of his.
He just got exposed to a whole new audience that didn't know that he existed, you know? Which is dope.
Because he's been in the game for a very long time. He's been around the Outkast. He's been known. Anybody who's a real hip-hop head, they know of Killer Mike and how dope he's been. But this album really was amazing. RC, what do you think about his win?
I want to say that I called this almost a year ago, like months and months ago. I came in here. We played the song in here in this very room when it dropped and was like, bro. And I have a very, very quick story. I hope my boy don't kill me for this. But I was doing a photo shoot for one of my closest friends. And we were doing a photo shoot. This was like right around the time that the album dropped. And I was like, you know, I usually try to set the mood and like we're getting just some portraits for him. And so I turned on some music and I was like, bro, you gotta listen to this Killer Mike album. And before you say anything, I know, bro, he laughed me out the room and was like, I'm not really messing with that.
Wow.
I remember Killer Mike. You mean Killer Mike from like Dungeon Family from like back in the days?
Yeah. Run the Jewels,
I was
bro.
like, yeah, Run the Jewels, Killer Mike. But bro, trust me, this album, and I played a couple songs, he just wasn't feeling it. And so for that to happen, and then for that very album to be the rap album of the year is a very dope full circle moment for me.
And for the record,
hilarious.
I want to say I'm the one who put you on that Scientist and Engineer songs. I'm the one that said, yo, you got to listen to this. Did I not say, yo, RC, you have to hear this?
I don't want to misremember, but
we
listened to it together.
Yes,
you're right.
You heard the album myself, but I said...
We heard the album.
Man, let that man have the credit.
No, he got it.
I appreciate it, Gello.
He got it. I just make sure. Yeah, he got it.
We both listened to the album, and we both kind of called each other like, yo, Did you hear
It was a
the Killer
mutual
Mike
transference
album?
of energy, man.
Did you hear the Killer? And then he was like, he highlighted the song. He brought it up first, is what happened.
Thank you.
But it's not like I heard the song and was like, I didn't even like the song until Aaron told me.
No, you liked it. No,
we
you
both
liked
listened to the
You
album
thought it
and we was
dope
like,
too.
bro.
But I was the one
album-
that said, yo, listen to at least this goddamn song because I heard it
You got
leaked.
it.
We are changing people's perspectives on Killer Mike. I'm gonna tell you, bro. One of my good friends, he's a white dude. His name is Rich.
Yeah.
Me and Rich were talking. He's like, what are you listening to? I was like, yo, I'm listening to this new Killer Mike album. I'm driving to Fashion Square. I'm like, yo, bro, this album is amazing. I promise you, this dude gonna win Rap Album of the Year, bro. That's how great it is. It's just from the
You can tell,
the
right?
beginning of the song, you just felt. He's like, okay, this is different. This dude Rich got in my DMs on Instagram was like, nah, it's all right. It just sounds like a bunch of beats and no nothing.
Wow.
I was like,
Yep.
that's because the album was not made for you, bro.
Yep.
And he knew I immediately took offense to it. I love you, Rich. I know because he loves y'all. He loves your podcast. He watches it all the time.
Hey,
What up, Rich?
Hey, what
And-
up,
but
dog?
Rich-
Shout out, my guy.
he thought, and then he realized like, oh, what I said may have been offensive because I
Oh,
don't see
yeah,
it
I
from where
remember
because I'm coming from a standpoint where, dog, that album was for
He's
it was
speaking for us. Yeah, he's
It was
speaking
for us, right?
For sure.
So then Rich fast forward the Grammys. Killer Mike gets Rap Album of the Year. The first thing he does is like,
I may be wrong.
hey, dog, I was wrong.
Okay.
Hey.
Shout out to accountability.
Yeah, and
there
then he
you
went
go.
and listened
I love
again and
that.
was like, and really intently listened, and was like, okay,
He's
this
spitting.
is different.
You
Yeah,
can't
this is
deny
different.
it. He's
See,
spitting.
sometimes it takes an album a few times. Like, I love Drake, but sometimes I'm like, man, Drake came out with this bullshit. Then I go back and I'm like, you know what? It's actually amazing. And I have a
it's
tear
kinda
in my
great.
eye. I'm draking and driving. So, like, I get it, you know?
Draking and driving?
That's
Oh
that's what
my
it's called.
gosh.
Yo, new
that's
segment on the Queued Up podcast, Draking and Driving, bro, where you tell a story just about
About you simping. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, because if you're drinking and driving, you're simping.
like a draking and
Facts.
driving, like just a moment, like a very
That's
sensitive
fire.
moment where you had to step outside of your manhood and like literally get sensitive.
That's fire.
Yeah.
It's
might
called
have to-
Draking and Driving, bro. Do it, I'm
That's
stealing it.
good.
That's fire.
Oh, you probably are going to steal
Said it
it.
already. You better put a clam on
I'm
it.
giving you a heads up now. This is business. It's not personal. Do it.
Should
I'm
we write
stealing
that
it.
down and get the LLC for it in the morning, all right? Or get the patent for it. There you go.
Gotcha.
Got
I
it.
like that.
So let us know your guys' favorite moments in the from the Grammys if you guys watched the comment below. But yo, that's episode 50 right there, man. Round of applause.
I don't want it to end. I like this.
You know it's past your bedtime. Why you playing? No. you know, I'm
It
joking.
is.
Nah.
It is.
Well,
It really is.
Old couple, Frances and
Frances-
Floyd, gotta get to bed.
yes, Francis, it's been lovely having you on. We're glad to be your first podcast.
Thanks for having
Been
me.
amazing.
Why you just look at my wife boobs, bro? When
Oh
you said
my
that?
What, dog?
I saw
Why are you
you,
making
G.
it so weird?
I saw you though.
Oh.
He was like, Francis.
It's
Hey,
hot.
by the way, I call
shout out
everybody
Shout out
out.
to my boy VD Ogman, my boy
He
I
Jordan.
does
call everybody
everyone
out.
He does. Seriously
Everybody, I call
everybody
everybody out.
He does.
I'm looking at your boobs. And mine. Man, 50 episodes. I'm just gonna say, Gello, yo, this, like I said, this would not have been possible without you being
I love
out
you,
here.
bro.
with
Big
your
facts.
crazy ass. Love you, dog. Francis and Floyd Podcast. Yo, plug one more time on how they can find you guys one more time.
ahead,
Let them
babe.
know.
Frances Floyd Podcast, all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok,
Apple, Spotify.
everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
You're going to get an authentic relationship podcast. That's what this is about.
Yep.
Authenticity, being real. We're going to piss you off, but we're also going to make you cry, and we're going to make you laugh, too. So tap in
Incredible.
with us, please.
Beautiful. There you go.
Lovely.
There you go. RC, how can they find you?
Calvert Productions. Hit me up on IG and TikTok. Hey, my TikTok is doing numbers, man.
Ooh.
Yo, RC, I saw you, bro. I
getting
saw
up
you.
there.
Hold on,
I like
Lena.
that.
You know when black folks, like when we agree on something, be like, yeah.
But yeah. Calvert Productions. Hit me up on IG and TikTok. Yeah, man.
This man, a big TikTok man's.
Hey, real quick, RC, what kind of car you drive, bro?
Why?
Because that thing is sexy, though. What is
Hey,
that?
thanks, bro. It's a Camaro. The
That's
yellow.
a-
It's Bumblebee.
It's sexy,
love it.
bro.
Yeah.
When you do your TikToks, I'm like, what kind of car is that?
Oh, okay. Yeah. We got him.
Oh, okay. All right.
Say no more.
That's called
got
Big
him.
Dog. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Chewy, how can I find you?
Hit me up at Instagram at Radio Chewy and catch me in Las Vegas during the Super Bowl.
Yes,
Wait, so
sir.
that's official?
Get to
Yeah,
it,
I'm
Chewy.
gonna be there.
Oh,
I'll probably be coming back Monday, so we'll see if we have an episode that day.
okay. Hey,
Turn up.
fair enough.
We'll see. We'll see.
You know, this week is gonna be hell week, so
gonna
that's
say.
that might actually
see,
be
though.
fair.
We'll see.
Hopefully, this episode
Go Chiefs.
51. Follow my boy Gibby _Visions as well. Gibby, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Amazing photographer, great guy, and I like that shirt, by the way, big guy. Follow my boy Artie Reeves as well. We love you, Artie. So shout out to the entire Artie party. Follow him on Clapper as well too. And then follow me at DJ Aaron Michael, Instagram, Facebook. You know, man, my Instagram getting up there.
Nice.
On the 14th, I'm gonna let y'all know if you guys are in Phoenix at Cobra Arcade Bar at High Score Club. I will be DJing the Lovers and Friends event.
Nice.
My boy Yellow Wave, my boy Sean Bonds, my boy M Wave.
Ooh, let's
back
go.
in downtown on a Wednesday. It's Valentine's Day.
about to be packed.
Bring your lady, Holmes.
Bring
your lady, fool. You
Is
know?
it just iScore or is it both Cobra?
It's
and
gonna be
iScore?
both. It's gonna be both of them. We're gonna do like 4 DJs like
Both?
crossing like both
Ooh.
all over.
Both of 'em.
You should let Frances Floyd host the party.
You really want to host?
Yeah,
Are we
we
too
got
old
this.
to do it? Is that what you trying
You
to say?
see, you always gotta get.
Wow.
I mean,
My
Wow.
grades
Francis
are
and
cutting- my grades
Gaslight.
are
You see how y'all be doing this, bro? You see how
Francis
y'all,
and Gaslight.
you
I'm
see how
tired
y'all
of
be
you.
doing, bro? Y'all at the
You
Queued
too
Up
old. She
Podcast.
could come.
You see how y'all get down, bro?
What do you mean, y'all?
I know. I was trying not to acknowledge it.
This man is a professional shit starter, yo. The Queued Up Podcast. Follow us. Follow them. Tell him to stop gaslighting. We are out, episode 50. Let's
Peace.
go.
My lip just touched the mic.
Hey, the Chiefs gonna win the Super Bowl 31-21. I'm just saying. They
Oh
licked the
my
scrape out of
God.
the
I will
Alright.
give you that
They
100%.
are.